Oh, hey Sam, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm here in Barcelona and I found this cutest little cafe. I'm grabbing a double espresso right now. Are you here now?
Yeah, I got bright and early this morning. I am so ready to get the show started this year.
Oh, wonderful. Me too. I can't wait to get the show underway. I know last year we had Ben Thomas as our third co-host at InfoComm, and I'm just wondering who could we possibly get to be our third co-host this year at ISE?
Don't worry about it, it's all sorted. I have found the perfect person.
Okay.
Hey Sarah, great to clap eyes on you again. How are you keeping?
Yeah, all right. My flight was delayed and then the staff were faffing about. I spent ages in the queue and by the time I got on the flight, yeah, I was knackered.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that would have thrown a bit of a spanner in the works, although, you know, I would have been pretty cheesed off as well if they'd been doing that to me. But, you know, no use crying over spilt milk. How's things anyway?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, by the time I got up there, I had a bite to eat and I had a bit of a kip. So it was all right. How about you? Everything hunky-dory?
Anyways, welcome to AVIXA TV live at ISE 2025. Welcome to AVIXA TV live from ISE 2025. We're coming to you straight from the heart of the world's premier audiovisual event, right here in beautiful Barcelona, Spain. I'm your host, Samantha Powell, and I'm thrilled to be joined with the one and only Ben Bernard, and our amazing new co-host for this year's ISE, Sarah Cox. So together, we promise to bring you exclusive coverage, expert insights, and all the energy and innovation from the show floor here at ISE. So Ben, happy ISE 2025.
Thank you very much. Happy ISE 2025. You are extremely excited to be here.
I am thrilled. You have no idea. We have been waiting for this for a year. I could just run up and down the halls. You have no clue.
So it's your second time at ISE. You came back, which is good.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to seeing this year? What's the difference? What did you learn from last year? What do you think is going to be different this time?
Well, I was not aware of how massive the show was. So when, they say this hall, it is beyond belief how large the show is. And I'm loving it that we're here in Hall 8 and just getting to see all the different booths. And there's just so much new technology and just walking the show floor and getting to engage with so many people here. So it's just been magnificent. So what about you?
I was going to ask you, choice of footwear as well. Is that why you opted for you wanted the desk to cover what you're wearing on your feet?
You don't need to tell everybody
No?
my secrets and how I can almost barely touch the floor here, but that's all right. You bring the 3 inches, the 3-inch heels with you in your bag.
Yeah.
But no, I've learned the tips and the tricks. Use the people movers as much as you can. But it's been wonderful so far, just seeing all the booths getting constructed.
Absolutely.
So enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible. I think this is my 8th or 9th ISE, and just incredible to see how it's recovered like post-pandemic. That's the most amazing thing. It was such a shame to miss out for those couple of years, but yeah, being back, sort of bigger than ever. Registrations are going so well, and obviously being here with you, and also having Sarah join us too. It's just going to be, it's going to be incredible. So yeah, really, really excited.
Yes, definitely the British takeover is happening.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, why don't we get the show started?
I think that's a good idea. Let's do it. It's my pleasure to introduce our first guest, Kevin Cottam, who is the VP of Sports and Live Events at Ross Video. Kevin, great to have you here.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no problem at all. How's the show floor looking? Have you been able to get over to the booth and see the build-up? Is it all going well?
It looks amazing. It was a heck of a walk to get in here, I tell you. It's a big show. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, make sure you keep your eye on that step count like we've been doing.
Yeah.
You're going to hit some numbers.
I've already got 10,000, so just keep going.
Very good. So we're thrilled to be be partnering with Ross Video again at the AVIXA TV Studio, and we're surrounded by some amazing tech. I wonder if you could give us an idea of some of the things that we're using today, and also just give us a sense of what the partnership means for Ross Video.
Sure. Yeah. Well, first off, I want to say that we're thrilled as well to continue the partnership. You know, it started in at Infocom in 2024, and now we're at ISE 2025. It's been great working with the AVIXA team. You know, what better way to demonstrate Ross, production technology than using it to produce live content on the floor. So it's fantastic. But yeah, some of the products, there's a whole host of products being used here. First off, Inception News, right? To manage the rundown, put it all together, organize it all. We've got our Carbonite Ultra 60 with touch drive panel, 3ME. It's used for video switching. We got Expression Studio CG used for insert graphics. We're driving the displays with Expression Tessera.
Yeah.
Very cool.
With the real-time content. We got a Tria production server for video playback. We got our Voyager trackless studio over here for the AR. So lots there. We got 4 acid cameras on the set. We've got 2 X350 pan tilt heads, and I believe we've got 1 Furio that I'm looking at right here on a Blackbird pedestal. So lots of Ross tech in the studio. It looks great.
Good stuff, and there will be a quiz on that afterwards, Sam,
Absolutely.
so make sure, I hope you made notes.
There's a lot to keep track of. Next time I'll have Siri record that. And so for those who are watching at home, they may be hearing a lot of, loud hammering and things like that, but that's just the excitement of, every booth getting built. So speaking of booths, I know you guys have a lot of cool technology there. So can you share with us what some visitors can expect to see when they attend your booth?
Yeah, absolutely. So this year we have a much larger booth than we have in past years at ISE. We have approximately 30 staff members here, waiting to meet with business partners and clients alike. One solution we'll be demonstrating is Quorum. And Quorum is an automated, mark-based system that simplifies meeting production. With a user-friendly web interface that empowers anyone to easily generate engaging professional-grade content. It's used in boardrooms, legislatures, and any type of meeting environment. It's extremely flexible, scalable, and very simple to use. Another solution that we're showing on the booth is our powerful LED content management system. Again, the same one that we're using here today. It's used for corporate live events, studio productions, and sports venues and stuff like that. So it's comprised of Expression Tessera for real-time data integration for graphics, Ultra Mosaic for video, low latency video, and our dashboard show control system that triggers everything all at once. So you've got lights and your audio and your video, everything all in one. So yeah, that's all in the booth. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait for the show to open up.
All right,
Great.
now I'm testing you on that.
So Ross are a live production company. What does that mean in terms of the markets you serve and how you actually serve them?
Well, I guess first off, Ross develops and manufactures products for any type of production. For any vertical market, whether it's corporate, live events, traditional broadcast, studio productions, you name it, we're there to help. More than 50% of our business is not related to broadcast. It's non-broadcast related production. Yeah, it's. I think a lot of people are surprised to hear that. A lot of people think Ross Video is mainly broadcast, and we are in a broadcast hall actually this year. But yeah, it's mostly a good percentage of it's non-broadcast clients, and really what we're looking to do is just help produce compelling content to engage audiences on a global scale.
And you guys are doing a fantastic job of that. And I know that corporate and studio production is a particular area of expertise for Ross Video. So what are you seeing in that space? What's coming up?
Well, that space, the corporate and the studio production is always evolving, right? I think what's driving it is enhancements to technology and changing audience expectations. Companies want high-end productions with compelling content for their audience. They want to keep getting better. These days, with the cost of LED continuing to decrease, we're seeing a lot more LED that's built into the studio sets. Having flexibility, having a flexible, feature-rich content management system is key to bringing this LED to life. So being able to, integrate data, multiple layers, switching on the fly, that type of thing, to help, tell that story and engage viewers. I think one thing I want to point out is that a lot of times when people are acquiring LED, they don't really take the time to look at what's driving the LED, what graphics are being put into it. because the overall price tag is really about the LED and the hardware. That's the big number.
Yeah.
It's typically about 4 to 8% for a content management system to drive LED, the 4 to 8% of the overall price. So really taking the time and looking at those systems and trying to make sure that you've got the product and you can show that LED product off with great content is something we really look.
Absolutely. So something, a similar thing to sort of maybe hand me a Ferrari, but not hand me a driving license.
You got it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Would it be fair to compare Ross products to a Ferrari?
Sure, I'll do that.
We'll go there.
So for the uninitiated, there's a rather important sports events happening this weekend, the Super Bowl, of course. What's Ross's involvement there? Because I heard that maybe we're using some of the same technology you're going to be using there.
Absolutely, yeah. We're very proud. This is Super Bowl 59 coming up this weekend. We've got the Eagles v Chiefs. I almost said it. Yeah. We're they're at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, and they're using the same technology. So what we're doing, we've got a team of people there. They're programming all the LED for the in-game venue production. We've done it for 9 seasons in a row, 9 years in a row. And we're very proud to be working with the NFL and Van Wagner. It's fantastic. But the same technology that we're using behind us on a much larger scale, obviously. But there's a whole team there. They've been working for months getting it ready, and we're excited for the weekend. It's going to be fantastic.
And it's just in stadium, the stuff you're doing. It's not actually the broadcast side, which kind of backs up your point of what you're saying about Ross's business.
There's likely some companies that are using a product or two of ours somewhere within the trucks and whatnot that that are involved with the broadcast. But we're using all our technology to drive all the LED, all the live low latency video into the bowl for that game day production.
Incredible.
Well, who knew that AVIXA TV was on the NFL's level?
Yeah.
Look at that upgrade. Well, thank you, Ross Video.
I just assumed you were, and I will do my best to try and stay up, because by the time the Super Bowl's on, I'll be back in the UK, and it's going to be, time difference is going to be difficult, but I'll see if I can get some time off on Monday.
I'm staying around here.
You gotta stay.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. Who are you rooting for?
I'll go the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll see if I can spot you on the camera as well. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that later. But one question is, when striving for success, how does Ross Video, go about assigning importance between the technology itself and the operators of that technology?
I always think of it. Having great technology is fantastic, but that's only 50% of the battle, right? You need good people behind you. You need good project managers. You need people to commission the systems, to train the systems, operate the systems, event support, tech support. People like Jamie behind the switcher here. Yeah, he's up there switching away. We've got Vincent over there running things. That is really you need the people with the experience and the passion behind it to take those projects and make them successful. So customer success is our success, and having those types of people to help bring those visions to life is super important. So I think, again, it's a 50-50 split, right? Great technology and having those services with people that are passionate about what they do.
Excellent. And I think Jamie and Vincent just got a raise as well. So
I think so. I think that's what you just said. So they appreciate that. And we appreciate working with all of them. They have been tremendous. And
Definitely.
we can't thank you enough for being here today and for all that Ross Video has provided and really helping to enhance AVIXA TV. So thank you so much again for partnering with AVIXA TV. Up next, we have a very special guest joining Sarah Cox.
I'm now joined in the studio by Juan José Villa, co-founder of BikeFest. So first of all, how was the ride to Barcelona?
Well, the ride in Barcelona to Barcelona was, I cannot be more happy because we had splendid weather. We have everything, but the most important, we didn't have strong winds, which are the worst thing in the bike. We have a little bit of rain, just to remember that most of the riders came from the UK. But most of the weather was fantastic. We have sunny, and this year we have a new route. So we were more time across the sea with very nice views, very good routes, and well, I think the feedback we got from all the riders was that they want to repeat next year, and they were really, really happy. Even the ones that came before with the new ways, the new route, they said it's fantastic. So very happy.
Oh, lovely. So everything went nice and smoothly then?
Yeah, very good.
And so BikeFest started as a response to the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, the money raised is going to another group of people very close to your heart. which are the victims of the devastating floods in Valencia.
Yeah, this year we are raising funds for backup tech as usual, and also for the people who has been damaged during the floods in my hometown. I'm from a town called Catarroja, which is one of the most devastated places. And my mother's family is from Benetússer, which is another part. I grew there. All my friends are there, so I have very strong feelings about this. And all what I know now has been destroyed, and we are trying to do as much as we can to help all these people.
So how is the AV community supporting the efforts?
Well, when this when the tragedy happened, I thought what we can do to raise awareness, because I was new in, and we can say today that it's true that the news will soon silence us, no? So I thought that I need to do something to raise awareness, and the community where I have more visibility is my community, AV community, no? So I found a project with a couple of mates called AV for Valencia, which is trying to engage the AV community with our tragedy. And we are raising funds, we are trying to get equipment to help schools to rebuild the schools, all what we can do from our hands to help our hometown and all the towns around become normal again.
So if you're like me and you can't ride the 300 kilometers on a bike, how else can you get involved in supporting this?
Okay, we set up a website called av4valencia.org, and you can go and donate or participate as a company with equipment. You can tell us how you can participate. But if you are a cycling fan, we have a new way also to help. This year, I bring to ISE 3 cycling jackets. Well, I have 40 totally here, and 3 models that you can choose the model you like. I don't have all the sizes, because the history behind of these cycling jackets, they belong to the organizer of Vuelta Ciclista a la Comunidad Valenciana. And this, his warehouse was also devastated, and 40 cycling jackets saved from the tragedy.
Oh, wow.
So what he did is gave to me and said, Juan, use this to raise funds and help the people you are helping with the charity you are cooperating with, this Casa Caridad Valencia. So if you want during ISE to have this help, you can go to AV for Valencia, donate 80 euros, contact myself through LinkedIn, or go to the booth 6x600 and show us that you have donated at least 80 euros, and then we can give you a maillot in the show.
Oh, amazing. I might have to do that myself. Fantastic. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing the story.
Thank you so much to you for giving us visibility.
So we had a quick check-in with Mike Blackman, where he discussed everything that he's looking forward to this year at ISE.
Thanks, Sarah. I'm here with Mike Blackman. He's the Managing Director of ISE. We're going to talk a little bit about what to look forward to at this year's version of Integrated Systems Europe. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. Sitting there, sunshine, Barcelona, warm weather, well, warm air.
Well, I'm coming from the East Coast, where we just had a polar vortex, so this is much, much better than what I'm used to.
We got that in Munich as well, So,
See, yep, yes, we'll take Barcelona weather any day. How are you feeling? Day before ISE officially opens? What's?
I mean, we have a fantastic show ahead of us. We've got growth, we've got new things. There's just so much going on, and I think you're going to love to hear it all.
Yeah. Talk to us. We are standing outside right now of Hall 8.1, where we at AVIXA TV are located, but there's a whole lot going on inside here. Talk to me a little bit about some of the highlights.
Well, Hall 8.1 is the new hall, and so not only AVIXA TV, we've also got our drone arena in the other corner, and this year we're featuring robots in that as well. So how AV is incorporating robotics and drones. We've got our esports arena, which we've been thinking about for the last 4 or 5 years. How do we address esports at ISE? And we've got a good partner, and we've got a really good, fantastic theatre built here. We're now in every single hall of Fira Gran Via. We haven't filled Hall 8.1 completely, but almost. So the show has really expanded.
Hall 0 is under construction right now at the FIRA. Another 2 years, I believe, until that opens.
We'll be ready in ISE 27 plans to be in Hall 0. We need that space. So it's really, almost 2 years when it should be finished. I hope it's finished. We need it. We're looking for it. We're looking forward to that expansion potential we have in that hall. But what you've also got to remember is ISE expands outside of FIRA Gran Via. When we first started ISE, we saw what you were doing at Infocom with the tech tours, and we said, wow, we need to do that. And we struggled in Amsterdam to get really interesting or many tech tours. We always had maybe one or two. Here we've got so many, because the city, when we approach the institutions or companies and say, can we show? They say, wow, yeah, we'd love to. And so we've got someone who, their job is only managing the tech tours. Katinka, and she puts the program together. She talks with all the different facilities, and I don't know how many we've got this year, but really, really interesting. My favorite on that actually is the San Joan de Deo hospital. It's a children's hospital. The way they're using AV is phenomenal. They've got a control room where they monitor not only the equipment of patients as well, and they have patients outside staying in their own homes, and they're monitored here in that room as well.
It's been really cool, as you're talking about the tech tours, to see the way that the city has accepted ISE. I mean, you were at the FC Barcelona match the other night, hanging out with the president.
Yeah, that was really great. I have some very good contacts in Barcelona, and I keep getting invited, and I took the advantage on Wednesday night, and it was a great game. Thank you to Joan Laporta for hosting us, and it was a nice atmosphere, nice way to watch football.
I was going to say, maybe next year, if they have a home game during ISE, we'll get some tickets or something like that. But no, this is great. Yeah, we're very much looking forward to ISE. I hope you have a great show. Thank you for stopping by, and really appreciate the time.
And, thanks for AVIXA TV for what you're doing here as well.
Absolutely. It's great to be here. And yeah, we'll be seeing more of Mike all around the show. Back to you guys.
It's always so wonderful checking in with Mike Blackman for what we can look forward to ahead of the show. So a big shout out to him and his team, as they always do such a wonderful job putting together this incredible show. Don't you think?
I do think, yeah.
It's good to think.
Great job. Yeah.
Wonderful. Up next, we've got another great guest for you today. We're here joined with a wonderful John Shelley with OptiSign. So John, thank you so much for sitting down with us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, I hear it's your first ISE. So I want to know, what are your thoughts? How are your feet? What are you thinking about your first one?
Well, to give some credit to AVIXA, we're actually here in the Discovery Zone right by the studio, so most of it's done for us.
Oh,
and today's been pretty restful. Sorry, guys, I'm bragging a little bit. Seeing the beautiful city. Yeah.
If only they knew what's going on in the background. Well, I'm glad you could rest.
Yeah.
Maybe we catch up with John on the last day.
So we
Right.
can talk
See how he
to
feels then.
It'll be
Yes.
different, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
It's a big hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to see here. So tell us a little bit about OptiSigns.
Thanks. Yeah, well, you could describe OptiSigns as a leader upcoming in the digital signage software solutions space by almost any measure. And we're really excited to be here at ISE, participating, showing the software and hardware verticals that we're delivering into and making things happen, and how that changes businesses and organizations that maybe don't have a profit motive as well. We're in 150 countries, but used by governments and others alike.
Absolutely. Well, this is definitely the show to be at. So can you tell our audience a little bit, how can advancements in technology transform the way that businesses connect with their audience through digital signage?
Sure. The question is really, what are we trying to connect for? A business is hoping that these people come back and continue spending money, and the customer is hoping that they have a good product and a great experience. And so much of that expectation is transitioning to experiences these days. Digital signage sets the stage. It's the context of the space, and can really deliver everything for both groups of people, getting the right messaging to the customer so that they do what the business wants, and also serving the customer's needs and wants at the same time.
Definitely.
I'm really interested to know what you think in terms of how personalized content and what impact that has on audience engagement versus just your kind of generic stuff that you push out.
You know, I've been quoted saying this before, I guess, but there's not much difference between no screen or a blank screen than one that has the wrong content.
Yeah.
So personalization really is everything. You have to these days, and we expect it. The average person is on an iPhone or other device, getting fed an algorithmic experience for them. So we need to be transitioning to that in the IRL space, and we have the opportunity to do that now. So by living up to that expectation, we actually get to serve all parties.
Absolutely, and content is key. And as you were saying, everybody's on their phone, and they're they're so engaged. So you really need to get that right messaging, so you can get that target audience,
Right.
the message that you want to relay. So, in what ways can the integration of real-time data sources? You gotta love like the first
Great.
day when everything's coming together. So I love everybody's getting their boots together. So in what ways can the integration of real-time data sources enhance the effectiveness of digital signage in influencing audience behavior?
Right. Well, the opportunities are endless these days where we have AI on the edge making split-second decisions for what content to show based on the demographics of who's looking at a screen that can be presented with the right pieces of content to make that transition in real time and guide that customer journey. So that can come from many places, from computer vision, from CRM connections and loyalty software that knows that who that person really is entering that space, connecting through technologies that are already embedded in Wi-Fi that people are already using, Bluetooth beacon technologies and the like. And by putting them together, we get the opportunity to act on that in real time and actually deliver for the customer.
That's fantastic.
I know that OptiSign, you're using a lot of this personalized content. How do you balance or at least approach the idea of making sure customer privacy is maintained while still maintaining the effectiveness of that data-driven personalization?
Well, that's really the key part of how we do things and how everybody should be implementing them. The biggest one, especially when we're talking about computer vision, is please God, don't take any pictures. You can actually make those computer vision decisions without having those pictures, without saving them. And then the rest of the data should be first-party data that lives within the business that we're serving. So they already have this data. It's already agreed to by those people. So making sure that our connections are secure should be basically enough. The customers want these businesses to have their data. They want to continue to be customers of them. And so all we really have to do is make sure that there's, whatever changing compliance issues come up. GDPR is one of them, of course. We're here in the EU. That's a changing landscape, certainly, but the technology is nowadays generally a little bit focused, and people have adjusted their development plans to make sure that privacy and security is part and parcel.
And I suppose it is part of that kind of balancing act, isn't it? If people are making that conscious decision that they want more personalized content, well then, we need something to use to personalize it from, right? So it's kind of like, how much is it of a give and take?
You have to give information to Instagram for them to give you the algorithm that you want, right?
Exactly.
Or to quote Pete Holmes, one of my favorite comedians, privacy is uncool.
Yeah.
I love that. And now there's just so many things that businesses have to keep in mind when discussing, anything regarding digital signage. So can you share with our audience a little bit about what some of those key factors are that businesses really should be paying attention to when it comes to digital signage solutions, and what they can do to create more meaningful experiences for their audiences?
Well, I guess let's talk about what's the meaningful experience for that audience, right? They're going to know that better than anybody. So, look in and think about what is the meaning of the experience that you're going to have, that you're trying to produce for the customer. Start there. Digital signage isn't going to solve anything, but the good news is we've got the studies out there that show digital signage works about 400% better than print signage. People remember it at a 68% higher level, and a lot of that key is the fact that you have movement in it.
Absolutely.
You have the opportunity to actually draw the eye and catch somebody with something that matters. So, and then make the content matter. You've already said the magic words, content is king, and that's true. It's got to be the right stuff, and that's what it comes down to being meaningful.
Definitely.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much indeed for joining us today, for sharing your wealth of knowledge and experience, and we wish OptiSign all the best for their first time at ISE.
Yes.
Where's the booth? What's the booth number?
We're at booth 8E530.
Excellent.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to check out OptiSign while they're here, that's where it is. We wish you and your feet the best of luck for
Thank
this
you.
week. Maybe we should do a little spot at the end of the show and just kind of catch up. Make sure.
Absolutely, yes. Enjoy ISE.
Yeah.
Thank you
Make
so
sure you
much.
survived. Yeah. But thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Looking ahead to the first official day of ISE, tomorrow's show is packed with even more exciting content and exclusive interviews you won't want to miss.
So if you're joining us in Barcelona, we hope you have an amazing time on day one of the show tomorrow. But for now, on behalf of my wonderful co-hosts, Sam and Sarah, and from me, we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.